I am here making some rolls to go with our vegetable beef stew. And yeah, I'm still in hot mess mode. I thought I'd be able to be cleaned up for you for this one, but haha, joke's on me. Anyway, I've already got my hot water, 3/4 cup of hot water in my bowl here. I'm gonna do this in my mixer so that it can knead it. The only difference is, if you're doing it by hand, is that instead of mixing on medium for 5 minutes, you just want to knead the dough with your hands for 5 minutes. Still not that big of a deal. Comes together quick. Most of the time on these, they take about 45 minutes. Most of the time it's going to be in the oven, both rising and then baking. So comes together really quick. I'm excited. I love fresh baked rolls. I don't know about you guys, my house smells so good from this stew already. So it's just gonna smell even better when I get these rolls in the oven. And let me tell you, the hardest thing for me about slow cooking food is that it smells so good all day that I'm just hungry. I just wanna eat it, so I'll be very excited for dinner. All right, got my hot water in here. I got my butter and milk here. I popped in the microwave for about a minute, and butter was about half melted, and then I talked to you for a minute, so it's melted even further now. So I'm gonna dump that in. And I need to mix in my 4 tablespoons of sugar, which is 1/4 cup. My sugar's got some clumps in it. All right. There we go. And 1 teaspoon of salt. I need to refill my salt guy. You guys, I don't know about you, but I think it's so fun to have my salt, or so easy to have my salt in a little prep bowl, and that way if I need a pinch, I can get a pinch. If I need to measure it, I can measure it. It's so much easier. Also, my dog's going crazy. Rocky, calm down. All right, salt. All in here. Mix it a little bit until it's blended. All right, now I'm going to add in 2 of my cups of flour. Grab a scraper. And if I need to pause it and put it down on the sides. I'm just going to stop this for a second and scrape down the sides with my scraper to make sure I get all that flour in there. That's looking pretty good. It's got a couple lumps in it, but those will work themselves out as it needs. I'm going to add in 2 packets of my instant yeast, and that's what's making these come together so quickly. That and letting them rise in the preheated oven. I'll do 1 cup of flour now, and then another cup after this mixes in a little bit. Good. I'll kind of put it up and show it to you here in just a few. I'm recording. All right, I'm going to stop it and scrape down the sides again. And 1 more cup of flour. we're gonna get it all mixed and it's gonna come together. And once it starts to form more of a dough ball, it's gonna do a lot better job of kneading and picking up all those little extra bits. I'll go back to it and I'll pull it over here so you can see it once that starts to happen. You might have to scrape down the sides one more time. And then we'll just leave this on medium for 5 minutes and let it knead the dough, and then I'll pull it out, and I'm going to, actually while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and use my kitchen spritzer, and I am going to spray. I just have canola oil in here. This thing's amazing because it's like using the aerosol cans, the spray, but you don't have, it doesn't leave nasty marks on your hands. So I am just spraying down my enameled cast iron, and then I'm going to put a little bit of spray on my cutting board. All right, I'm going to pull you over here and let you take a look at it. See, it's kind of sticky. I might add just a little bit more flour. If it's too sticky to work with, you can add a little bit more flour, maybe up to a half a cup. And I'm going to do that and let it knead for 5 minutes. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Hey you guys, I'm back. I kneaded my dough for 5 minutes, and then I put a towel over it to keep in the heat and let it rest for 5 minutes. So now I'm ready to pull it out and cut it up, make the rolls. Dump it out here onto my greased mat. And you want to use a sharp knife for this, just because that way it won't get sticky and stuck to the knife. So I'm going to cut it. We're going to make 12 rolls, so I'm going to cut it in half, and then in half again. And then I'm going to then cut each of those into thirds. And then I'm going to roll them, kind of turn them inside itself like this, and plop them down into my greased pan. I'm going to do 3 rows of 4. And this dough, after resting for that 5 minutes, is really nice and soft. And I did end up adding in the extra half cup, the full half. And let me tell you guys, I'm such a goober, goof and a goober at the same time. Anyway, I put I dumped it all in, and I was trying to dump just a little bit in, and all of it went at the same time, and I hadn't turned off my mixer, so it goes and all had flour everywhere. It was awesome. I kind of wish I would have caught it on tape, especially in slow motion. That would have been really cool. All right, and cut this one into thirds. Same thing. And you guys, I'm never good at making my rolls all the same size, so they'll probably come out all different sizes. So just as a word of warning, you don't have to be perfect. Pampered chef, not perfect chef, is what we like to say. It's still gonna taste delicious. And if you guys if you're not into making your own bread, there's no shame in either using just some store-bought rolls. My kids love those Hawaiian rolls right now, or those, what are the frozen ones that you get that are like, you put them in and then you let them rise. Those are really good too. But this is really easy to do. Just takes a few minutes to put them together. It's taken me longer because I talk a lot, but then most of the time for the actual recipe is letting them rise. And these are huge. By the time these double, they're going to be huge rolls. They're going to be so good. I'm so excited. Can I say that a few more times? I'm so excited for bread. And the last one. Ooh, these last 3 are going to be really big. It's funny, my rolls are like get bigger to smaller on the, or small, yeah, smaller to bigger, bigger to smaller in the pan. I'll show them to you here after I get these last 3 lined up. I'm just pulling around the edges. I'll show this last one up close, I guess, instead of just telling you what I'm doing. I'm just kind of pulling the edges and pinching them together down at the bottom so that they're nice and round on the top. And then I stick it down in there. And here we go. That's what it looks like. Oh, maybe 4 rows of 3. And I'm going to just pop those into my preheated 170-degree oven. And I don't remember exactly the amount of time. I have to look at the recipe. And then once that time's done, I'm going to crank it up, and then they're going to bake. And then I'll record again and show you what they look like, and putting butter on the top. All right, see you in a few. Hey, our rolls are done. I pulled them out of the oven, and I want to show you what I like to do. Instead of brushing the melted butter, I just take the stick of butter and rub it all over the top, and it just melts right on there. You don't have to dirty any more dishes this way. Fold it back up. All right, our stew is done. It's looking good here. Get a big old scoop. It's very thick, yummy, very hearty for this nice cold day. I almost said warm day. Warm, soup, cold day. And, oh, they're still kind of hot. Oh, very hot. Oh yeah, look at that. See you later.